about this situation. We have a guest here, a colleague, a journalist, Hamza Chalan, joins us here from Rafah, from outside Al-Kuwaiti hospital to talk about his experience. Hamza, talk to us about your personal experience as a journalist in Gaza. How hard has it been during this ongoing war? This is day 66 of this war. How hard has it been for you and for your family, who I know also fled their home in the north and came to the southern areas?
Of course, if you would like to talk about our struggles as a journalist working here in the field, everyone is struggling, especially when the IDF cut the internet and cut the calls. And we cannot even send our material to and also we cannot cover what's happening in Gaza in a proper way. So it was very tough, and especially we don't have stable electricity. How are we going to charge our equipment and gear? And we face a lot of struggles, just like the Palestinian civilians who got displaced from Gaza and its northern regions to the south here. And the IDF told the Palestinians they will find everything they need in the southern areas here. And we face the same struggle. What we faced before in Gaza Strip, we faced the same thing here. We was struggling to find drinking water. We drink undrinking water, not clear water, and we barely can find food. And we also see our people struggling and trying to survive in these difficult situations. But we feel very sad, and we work as much as we can to deliver the picture to the outside world.
What about basic essentials for you and your family, especially that now it's winter time here? So I'm very sure it's becoming more hard. So talk to us about this.
Okay, if I would like to talk about my family, I have my mom and my father is quite old. My father is 76 and my mom is 66. And my father suffering from dialysis, and he was getting his treatment just next to the Indonesian hospital. And the Indonesian hospital, everybody knows that it's out of service, and we forced to flee from our area to the south. It was very difficult. We go through 2 checkpoints, and I was pushing my father on the wheelchair, and I was crying all the way. It was heartbreaking to see my father suffering, and my mom, she barely can walk, and we walked for more than 10 kilometers, and we wait so long to find a car. And also here in Rafah city, my father and my mom suffering from finding the basics to survive, like water and electricity. I also give them too much of my time to give them what they need. They always asking me to provide them with food and water and other things. Of course, my father is getting his treatment in the Abu Yusuf al-Najjar hospital, and the IDF, if they start any operation in Rafah, that means Abu Yusuf al-Najjar will be out of service, and this is going to be, my father will face death 100%. You know, dialysis, they have to do 3 times a week treatment for hours, and it's very tough for me to see my mom and my father facing death and these difficult situations.
Okay, today there were some statements from the Israeli side talking about potentially allowing Palestinians to go back to the northern areas. At the same time, the military operation is still expanding, especially here in the south. So what are your hopes for a ceasefire agreement? Do you think that there will be truce again?
Of course, always truce or a temporary ceasefire is very helpful for me to arrange my family things. If we go back to the north, we also face struggles because we lost our house. They destroyed our houses. So how are we going to back to the north living in tents. Same thing. We're not going to. My father will not find treatment because the hospitals there, they need time to prepare it to get back to the surface. So that means we will save more difficulties, more struggles, and it will be very difficult for us. Especially, it's winter right now. It's very cold, and these patients, they need a lot of care. So I hope this war will end forever. We don't want wars anymore because we have a lot of Palestinians suffering even before the war. Gaza suffering from blockade, for 17 years, and they're still suffering. And now it's a hard siege. The people here, they barely can, I told you, finding water and simple things, and we will face same struggles, but even more, without houses, without water, without electricity. They destroy everything. Things need time to get back to normal. So I think this war should end.
So getting a sense of normalcy is the only thing you're asking for. Do you think that it's going to take a lot of time for this war to end?
In my perspective, yes. Palestinian needs freedom. They're giving up on the international community. The international community always calling for a two-state solution, and they never take serious steps to make this happen. That means Palestinians, they start this war because they're already given up on the international community. They need to deliver a message way or another. So Palestinians, if they still facing the same struggles and they still suffering from blockade and siege, things will get back again to the war will get back, and the conflict will be more difficult and more complicated. For me, on my perspective, Palestine need a serious solution, and Palestine deserve the rights, and we have been suffering not only for 17 years, we're suffering since 1948, and we need a serious solution. If I'm talking about me, I'm talking about Palestine in general.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hamza.